Hello, I just read the first issue of Private Eye. Do you think that people are depending too much on the cloud and that the cloud explosion it's bound to happen?
It's inevitable, right?
Yeah. Well, so for people who haven't read the book, Private Eye is set in America's future, and it's after something called the flood happens. And the idea is that one day in the not too distant future, the cloud bursts, and all of our worst secrets come raining down. It's any mean-spirited text you sent about your boss, any sort of email you sent to a girl that you weren't supposed to, every photograph that's ever happened has come out. And so now in the future, America again values privacy, and it becomes the most important thing to people. So now people all have secret identities. People don't leave their house without putting a mask on, and their privacy is very important. When we started the story, Edward Snowden hadn't happened yet, the NSA revelations, and the sort of release of all these Hollywood actresses' photos hadn't happened, so it did feel like we were prescient. But yes, I do. I worry about, and then, Marcus and I we don't tweet, and we're not on Facebook, even though Panel Syndicate sites. But yeah, I'm very wary of the digital world and how much of ourselves we give away. So yeah, even though this is a story about the future, we really wanted to write about, I guess, what scares us or freaks us out about the present.
Yeah, I think that's most good science fiction, I guess. It's really about the present. It's a fable about set in the future, but it's really, we're talking about the present, and we're just flipping it on its head.
And I think that is, Marcus, that's how he described it at the beginning, sort of how he wrapped his brain around it. Right. He's like, oh, this is a fable. It's not sort of meant to be a realistic story, but I have to say, with each passing month, it's starting to look more and more realistic and less like a crazy comic book fable. So everyone be careful with the cloud.
You're using the internet to tell a story about a world who has suddenly lost the internet, every internet connection. So,
of course.
Yeah, and they're totally dependent on print and physical objects, and they hate the internet. So that's part of what's delighted us about this, trying this idea, is telling a story about how awful the internet is, but it's something that you can only read on the internet. But we are strange like that.